We've been putting it off for a while, but today is finally the day we declutter Bella's bedroom. Bells, we've been meaning to do this for some time, haven't we?
Yeah.
We have, but then it's been like we've been away one weekend, and then last weekend was gorgeous weather, so we opted to do something fun outside instead. But today, it is a warm day, but it's not boiling, and quite frankly, it's got to the stage where this has got dire, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You've been desperate to get this done so you can have a lovely, clean, tidy space. And ultimately, you cannot clean and tidy if there's clutter. So today's the day we're tackling it. So this is Bella's room as it stands. There is this whole load of stuff, which, bless you, Bella, you haven't got anywhere to put it, have you? And that's largely because a lot of these boxes are so full of clutter that does not belong there that there's no space. So we're going to pull everything out. Now, there was a lot of clutter under here, but we've cleared your desk because you wanted to use it. And you've been using this nice corner, haven't you, of your room? But the rest of it needs doing. So we're going to need to pull out all of these drawers. Oh my goodness. All of the drawers so that everything has its own place and it doesn't feel overstuffed and cluttered. Because at the moment, oops, that was not intentional, sorry. At the moment, yeah, everything is just a junk box, isn't it? So we're going to move from junk boxes to decluttered, lovely, organised spaces. Decluttering is one of those things that I do not like doing, the decluttering, but we all love a nice decluttered space. So to help me and my ADHD brain get started and stay on task, I'm going to use my decluttering workbook. So I've got this printed out inside of my Organised Life binder. These printables are available inside of my store, or if you're inside of my Organised Life club, which you can join for just £10 a month, then you get all of the printables that I am sharing in this video. So join me in there. I'd love to have you. So Organised Life binder, we're going to flip to the decluttering workbook, which is sadly neglected because I have not been doing any decluttering for quite some time. In the decluttering workbook, if you've seen my decluttering videos before, there is an assessment you can do, go around each room of your house and decide what needs doing, sort it out in priority order. I have been working through this list this year. Now, this task, we're doing Bella's room. It is going to be, I'm hoping, a one-day project. We are going to have to do my destructive decluttering where I pull everything out. We do this for a few reasons. Number one, to make my ADHD brain keep going when I get bored. And number two, I feel like if we don't pull everything out, then we're not going to clear the space inside of the storage to put the stuff back in neatly, and there's not going to be enough space to store anything, and we're going to end up keeping junk we don't need and not having space to store stuff we do need. So I'm just going to fill out this little list now, and then I am going to pop on my Go shoes, which are just my indoor trainers that I use in the house when I'm on my walking pad, but they make me feel like magically I have more energy. I have got Bella with me today to keep me company, but when she gets bored I will pop in my headphones, listen to an audiobook or something to keep me on track. And then I have also got a little IKEA haul to share with you, which I think we'll unbox that before we get started, because it's got some things in there that we're going to use to sort and organise Bella's room. Let's open this up and see what we got. Woohoo! So we have got quite a lot of these. I don't know if I'm saying it properly, but they are Coogies boxes, and hopefully we've got lids to go with them. We have!
Yay!
And these boxes fit 2 deep into the Calyx boxes. So one of those plus one of those equals 1 Calyx hull. So what we can do is, as we're sorting Bella's room, she can have like craft supplies in one, something else in another. It's going to be fabulous. I also ordered some of these, which are half-sized ones. So we can have all sorts of supplies and things inside them. I'm also planning to organise that massive Calyx inside of my office. I'm hoping these boxes will inspire me to do that. I'm hoping that I'll get the inspiration, because so far the inspiration has not come.
Cute.
Oh, and they're tiny boxes. They're like the Goldilocks and the 3 bears of boxes.
And the 3 boxes.
And the 3 boxes. So anyway, millions of these.
Woo.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be box-tastic. Just you wait.
The table living.
But I also got this, which I think we're going to use in the living room. Oh, I need my little slicey thing, don't I?
Do.
We have barely even started and I'm already boiling. We're gonna have to open all the windows. It is kind of muggy and humid today, isn't it? Okay, so in here, this is actually not for your room, Bells, but before we go and get started, let's side quest and open it.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
We should make that an anthem, shouldn't we? So this,
Wow.
I don't know if we need tools to put together. I know. So this is supposed to
I can
be
make it.
like a little tray table.
Oh yes, I want to make.
You want to make that,
yeah.
do you? Well,
I'll make it.
help me with your.
No, I'm really good.
You
want
wanna
to
make that, do you?
these things. Look, I've got screws.
It's gonna look like
I'm
that.
a professional.
I just thought it'd be good,
sort of things.
for when you girls are doing like crafts and stuff in the lounge, because I know you have a playroom and you have a desk in there, but sometimes you want to do things in the lounge. And it's like a little tray table. I think it'll be quite cute. So the tray is like liftable off the top, so it's a table, but you can take this tray bit off, I believe. Anyway.
Here's the hoop thingy.
That is the hoop
okay,
thingy.
I can just craft this quickly.
You're going to craft this, so I need to go
yeah.
and start off your room. You're going to build this. You don't want to just give it to Daddy to do?
But I don't know. I think
what's
it'll be
that?
quite easy.
Did that come off something? Oh, good grief.
mean,
It's literally got a couple of screws and an
instructions.
Allen key. Do you want to help me with your room or do you want to build this table?
I want to help you with my room, but
And build the table?
yeah.
Yeah. How about we build the table later?
Later, yeah.
Do you
that's
think?
what I was going to say.
Okay, let's put the table bit up here and we'll take the rest of the stuff upstairs.
I got a hula hoop. Yay!
Okay, side quest aside, let's just put this up here. All of the cardboard can go over there. I think at the moment, Bells, we're just procrastinating because we know what's about to happen. We know we're about to make a big old mess, because if I don't make a big mess, we're not going to do it, are we? Okay, let's go. Let's survey the chaos that we have to deal with, shall we? Bella's room was fully decluttered, I want to say December 2023. And obviously we've cleaned and tidied it since, but there's just a lot of stuff that's just shoved. Drawers that don't get used for their proper uses. She doesn't use any of the stuff in the drawers because the stuff's stuffed on top and there's just not enough space. So we're going to use the baskets. I use these for everything. If you've watched laundry videos, decluttering videos, packing videos, I love my baskets. If you just get the same type of basket, because in the last house I had all different shapes and sizes and they didn't stack and then they didn't go away. So for these, I just use the same type of basket and they store in the footprint of one basket in just that big tower. I used to have an actual laundry hamper, a tall one in there, and I got rid of that because it's just easier to put the laundry in the baskets and then just carry the one basket downstairs at a time. But that is not what we're doing today. We are not using them for laundry. We're using them for emptying, sorting, categorizing. I think we're going to take this throw thing off my bed because there's chance that bits of pen or crayon or whatever might come out of these boxes, because I'm going to have to empty all the boxes into my bedroom. And at least the sheets, as in the duvet cover and things, are easy to wash. They get washed and changed all the time. Whereas that throw, not so much, not so easy. So this stage is what I call destructive decluttering. Okay, destructive decluttering, because I have to pull it all out. And it is important to do it this way if you're me and you're likely to wander off if we don't do this. Because once I've done all this, I'm in it, I'm invested. Once it's all empty, there's no way I'm just going to tip it all back in Bella's room because it would be messier than before we started. So it forces me to do it. But also, if you think about, if you've ever seen Marie Kondo or read her book, The Life-Changing, get my words right, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. I actually just listened to it on Audible, but that totally counts. Anyway, if you've listened to that, read the book, seen the show, then if you don't pull everything out, you don't find things. Like Bella just found those cruise toys. She was like, wow, I didn't know I had those. But if you were just to do one drawer, then you'd find, I don't know, cruise toys or hair baubles or whatever. But then you'd pull out another drawer another day and they'd be like, oh, look, more hair baubles. So you'd have multiple categories of things. And in each drawer, you'd find things and you'd tidy up those hair bobbles, but then you'd open another drawer and there'd be more hair bobbles. So by doing things this way, we're going to find every single thing that she's lost. Like this little butterfly thing's very precious to Bella. She'd lost it. So we're going to find things she's lost. But also, I know for a fact she's got hair bobbles, for example, just using the hair bobbles example, in multiple different places. Hair bobbles she's forgotten she had, but also then if things are being stored in multiple places, it's not efficient and you just end up every box or drawer being a junk box or a junk drawer like this, not a box of a thing, if you know what I mean. So this is a slightly more painful system than doing the one drawer at a time. And I still maintain there is a place for the one drawer at a time. If all you have the bandwidth to do is one drawer, then that's better than not doing that drawer, and that will be satisfying. Just as a little while ago, a couple of weeks back now, we did sort Bella's desk area because if you saw at the beginning of this video, her desk was reasonably clear, on top at least, not in this drawer. But we cleared that desk area and we did like a little mini tidy up and mini sort because she really wanted to be able to use the desk. Now, it was not the perfect solution because we had to move things to other areas, and because everything's such a mess, we didn't have the space to store anything properly. So we really just moved the mess. Whereas by doing things this way, we're going to be pulling out all of the junk, actually getting rid of things and only putting things back in categories. So all of the hair bobbles, for example, will be together. There won't be inefficient space usage, like just shoving bits of paper in a drawer, not efficient space usage. But we will be getting rid of things. I will show you, if you stay all the way to the end, I will show you what we actually get rid of and what we actually declutter. Place your bets to how much that's going to be. But in here, for example, in that drawer, there were a whole load of different hand creams. Bella's had some problems with her hands. But some of those are probably not the cream she needs to be using now. Some of them probably need to be chucked away. And we're going to make sure we do that today. So we're still at the emptying stage. We've been doing this a while. But now, look, we have got some space, which is good. We've emptied all of the calyx. That's a lot of stuff. And her room's looking lovely and clear. Not quite clean yet because we need to clean it. I have actually emptied these drawers as well. Mostly IKEA things. These are their IKEA drawers, IKEA calyx. You know, they're great. They're really efficient. We were hoping to tackle under her bed today. I'm not sure if we're going to get to that today, to be honest, because it's such a massive undertaking. All of these boxes have also been emptied out, which is amazing. Not the bottom ones because we dealt with those before, but oh my goodness, look at my bedroom, guys. See, I have now properly backed myself into a corner because I literally can't go to bed tonight unless I deal with this. And I didn't really want to do this earlier. I almost chickened out. And if I hadn't got to this stage and just covered my bed, right now I'd be going, oh, do you know what? I'm sure I've got something really, really, really important to do, like some work on the computer, or I'd just find some sort of excuse not to do this. Honestly, I would. Okay, I think we're going to keep going and really go for it and actually clear these shelves as well, because these shelves, they're not super, oh gosh, they are mucky, aren't they? I thought they weren't that bad. They need a blipping good clean. And this is probably going to be a nice quick win. So although at the moment, oh my goodness, yuck. Although at the moment it all feels very overwhelming and very hopeless, at this stage of the decluttering, I do find it's helpful to get some quick wins. And things like just doing these shelves, it's like a little dopamine hit of tick, done. And you can go through your decluttering workbook and tick things off like shelves, done. Maybe Bella will find some things in all of that stuff that we've just emptied out that want to go on the shelves, or that she wants to put on the shelves that weren't previously on the shelves. She did have some display shelves in some of the cubes in the calyx would display things. I think she's going to want to swap those things around. Look, Bella's horrified at how much dust is up here. She actually wanted to dust this shelf herself, but she's pretty darn horrified with how filthy it is. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Or achafi, as we say in Wales, which I believe, I'm not a native Welsh speaker, but my grandmother used to say achafi. I believe it literally translates as yuck to me, and it literally just means yucky. So achafi is a very Welsh thing to say, and I suppose it's a Wenglish thing because I don't speak Welsh, but we do say achafi. So the shelves, they're coming back together nicely. We are going to change Bella's sheets later, but that's going to have to be an at the end kind of thing, because we didn't want to change her sheets before we got the dust all over them. They're looking really cute. She's taken that book that was over on the Calyx, that's gone up there. And now let's just wipe the units, wipe the shelves, so that everything going back in is clean. So there's no point in decluttering and putting it back into dirt. Bella's found a kite, excellent. There's no point in putting organised things into a dirty room like this. Oh, wow. That's actually a separate cloth. This is the second cloth we've gone through. So we've gone through one cloth for up on those high shelves. That was too filthy to use again. We're going to wipe over here, and then we're going to do inside the shelves. We're going to wipe down the Calyx units. Is this just me procrastinating because I don't want to deal with the stuff in my bedroom? Maybe a little bit, but honestly, in reality, it does need doing, because her room at the end of this, and this is what I keep clinging to when I'm doing these things, is the outcome. It's how we're going to feel at the end. Right now, it's warm. I'm not going to lie to you. It is really, really warm. It's not sunny. It's not like let's go outside and enjoy the weather sunny. It's muggy. And we feel sticky. We've had enough already. And I don't want to, quite frankly. But I keep clinging to how lovely it's going to be at the end. I keep thinking of Bella not really wanting to spend time in her room and it not being her lovely sanctuary, and saying she doesn't want to sit at a desk because it's too messy, and she doesn't want to make bracelets in there because it's too messy. And that makes me really sad, because her room has got the potential to be so lovely. None of the bedrooms in our house are huge. I know that. And I know American viewers are always amazed at how small the bedrooms are in some UK houses. Well, space is tight here, and bedrooms are not necessarily massive, but this is her own space and I want it to be beautiful for her. So even though it's not a massive room, it could be a very lovely room, but the space has not felt lovely. I've felt it really overwhelming. Every weekend when she's had to tidy her room, she's like, I just can't, there's just too much stuff and these baskets of things that don't fit. And really, this has been very much overdue. We should have done this probably before Christmas. It's summer, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. There's no point in beating ourselves up for what we haven't done yet. Let's just congratulate ourselves for the fact that we're doing it now. Better late than flipping never. So we're going around the room. We've done the shelves. We've cleaned those. The shelves are put back. We've done the wiping the little chest of drawers. Or my sister used to call them chestnut drawers, so I always think of that. Wiped her desk and the Calyx unit. Oh, we've forgotten about emptying this slot. Oh my goodness, there's even more stuff. This is definitely a good example of a junk drawer. Look, what category of stuff is in this drawer? Mishmash. Oh, Bella's even just like, oh no. It's just random stuff, so therefore junk drawer. Not that any of the stuff in isolation, or not that some of it is junk, not that all of the stuff is junk, but when it's just mishmashed like that, none of it feels like it has any value. None of it feels treasured. None of it feels functional or usable. It all just feels like clutter. By the end of this, where we want to be, where we want to feel, and this is why we talk about this in the decluttering workbook at the beginning, when we're journaling out what we want a room to be like, we think, how do we want it to feel? Well, I want Bella to be excited to use her things. I want her drawers, when she opens them, to feel lovely and like she can access the things she wants to use. I want her room to feel like a haven, not like a chaotic mess, because that's not the way to be a relaxing environment, is it? So at the moment, every drawer just feels overstuffed. There's no room for anything new. There's definitely stuff in here that she doesn't need or use anymore. Oh, there's so much of it, though. It just keeps coming. And these are leggings and things. Now, these were reasonably sorted because we did a room declutter not a room declutter, like a clothes switchover quite recently. But even though we did that quite recently, I'm still going to make sure we empty everything out, because other than the under the ottoman bed bit, which I think if we take it that far, it might break me. And under there's reasonably organised anyway. That'll have to be a job for another day, even though I did originally say we were going to do it today. I feel that might be taking it one step too far. Everything else I feel has got to come out. Every little bead, every little bit of rubbish, and we just want to spray and wipe. By the way, the other thing I find helps keep me motivated is using cleaning stuff that I like the smell of. And this one is the Method. It's the peach and pepper or something. Or maybe that's the washing up liquid. Oh, we found another blooming drawer of stuff. Oh my goodness, will it ever stop? We're supposed to be cleaning drawers now, and we find another drawer of stuff. Now, some of this is treasure that Bella's going, oh, I'd lost that. And some of it is just, quite frankly, needs to go in the bin or be donated or recycled or something. It just needs to get out of the house. And by the end of this, I think we're going to have quite a lot of stuff. But I will show you. I know I've taken it on board previous decluttering videos. When I started this decluttering series at the beginning of the year, then, oh look, that's a bow Bella needed for a Disney bound. Anyway, when I started this decluttering series at the beginning of the year, I would film the decluttering video, and I didn't realise you guys wanted to see what I was getting rid of. But I have taken it on board, and I pinky promise you, if you stay to the end, I will show you not just the finished room, which, who knows, will we ever finish this? But if we actually manage to finish this room today, I will show you everything we've done and how great it looks at the end, but I will also show you all of the stuff that is going, the stuff we've decluttered. Now, we've managed to do a lot of wiping. Let's do some vacuuming. Now, we're being honest, I'm probably going to have to vacuum a lot more at the end as well, because although I'm doing most of the tipping out and the sorting in my bedroom and then filtering it back into Bella's bedroom, we'll probably have to do a little bit of a vacuum at the end, because we are going to be walking in and out, in and out. And I know we're wearing indoor shoes or bare feet, but still we'll be carrying stuff back and forth and dropping things. And I want this room to be really clean and clear and lovely by the end of the day. But equally, I feel like I just want to do a really quick vacuum now. So I feel the room has got this really clean, lovely energy that keeps us motivated. The lovelier the room looks as it comes together, the more motivated I'm going to be to keep going and be like, yes, we're getting somewhere. Hooray, let's keep going. And yeah, that's why I want to just clean this bit now as we go, even though we're going to have to probably do a final clean at the end. So already the room is feeling a lot better. I mean, look how happy Bella is. She doesn't have any stuff in here, but it's looking lovely and clear. So these drawers all empty and ready now. I think it's time to tackle. Oh, can we go back in the clean room, please? Because this one is really stressful. It's really, really stressful. I don't want to do this. But you know what? We've got to keep our eyes on the prize. We've got to keep moving. Let's think about how nice Bella's room's going to be at the end, and also about maybe getting into bed at some point today. I'm feeling like a good place to start, sort of a quick-ish, easy-ish win would be to put up some of the stuff on display shelves that she wants. So Bella knows that she wants one of these boxes to be a Beauty and the Beast, which is Bella's her favourite princess. Beauty and the Beast is her favourite film. So she wants a Beauty and the Beast themed box shelf. And then one of the other shelves she wants to be Harry Potter themed. So she'll have all her Harry Potter books and various things on one, and the Belle and the Beauty and the Beast stuff on the other. And I feel like this will be a nice quick win, because it'll keep these pieces like the Belle Castle, which are quite fragile, obviously. It'll put them back out of the way so they don't get damaged during all the decluttering. And again, it's just looking pretty. It's bringing the room together and getting some stuff out of the way. So there we go. That's the Beauty and the Beast one. I think she's got another couple of bits to go on there. This Harry Potter one, she's going to put on there. That's a Harry Potter Polly Pocket, by the way. How cool is that? Shout out in the comments if you played with Polly Pockets as a kid. I did, and I love that my girls are into them. I actually bought a Friends Polly Pocket for my friend's daughter recently for her birthday, because she's really into Friends. How cute is that? And the Friends Polly Pocket was insane. It was so cute. Anyway, we're now on to the bit that is quite stressful. It's the tipping out and dealing with the mishmashed junk. And this is stressful because it does not feel like a quick win. It feels like all the itty bitty gritty bits that I just don't know what to do with. Honestly, I do need to be ruthless. And one of the main things I use baskets for at this stage is sorting. So you can't exactly see, but just out of shot in front of me, I've got baskets, and one of them I'm putting things that are just for the actual bin. They can't be recycled, they need to be thrown away. A basket for recycling, and then a basket for donating, and then grouping like things together. So we'll have one little pot or basket or whatever to put hair bobbles and things in, or bracelets. And then those white boxes that you saw me buy from IKEA earlier, those are going to be used to subcategorize things inside of the big square boxes. So the big square boxes are the cloth ones, they slot into the square shelves, and then the white boxes will sort of section out inside of those. Now we do want to sort Bella's desk as well as her drawers, and we're going to put some of these clear dividers in there. These are great. I bought these before and they stack. So that one doesn't, that's from somewhere else, but all the others, these came in a big set. I will link these in the accompanying blog post. And they stack, so you can have a set of clear acrylic things on the bottom, and there's a lid, and then more stack on top. So in here, these just need to be things that she needs to access. So her iPad, if she wants to listen to an audiobook before bed, and things like her TV remote for when she is going to have a movie on the weekend, the book she's currently reading. She loves her lip balm, she kind of collects those, and that looks reasonably neat and tidy. Unlike my bedroom, which looks like it's been reverse burgled. It's like someone just brought stuff and dumped it in the house rather than stole it and took it away. Anyway, we do have to keep going with this, as much as I don't actually want to, even a little tiny bit. Now, the more certain categories come together, the more it does start to feel a little more satisfying, I suppose, where you can start to see, okay, well, I've actually found loads of hairbrushes or hair accessories, and now they're all together. You can also decide what to keep and what to get rid of a little more when I feel like you've tipped everything out. Although it is possible you will do what I do and just get to the stage when you're decluttering and just regret all life choices and feel in kind of an ADHD paralysis when the dopamine rush wears off and not want to keep going. I get to this stage every time I do a declutter, but we got to keep going. So I wasn't listening to anything up until this point because I had Bella with me. That's the fan blowing in my face because it's that warm. But I've now stuck one of my headphones in my ear and I'm listening to an audiobook to keep me going. So you could listen to an audiobook, you could listen to a podcast. I have a podcast. It used to be called the Real Talk with Ree podcast. I've renamed it the Organised Life podcast, or I'm not entirely sure. An Organised Life podcast with Rhiannon Morgan, Mummy of Four. I don't know, it's a bit long-winded, but I wanted people to be able to find it. And that just sits because I've got my Organised Life Club, I've got my Organised Life Planner, and I just thought it kind of fit with it. So if you need something to listen to when you're decluttering, you can listen to that and I can hang out with you. I do find the time goes so much quicker. Obviously, the girls are with me now. I'm not listening to something, I've turned that off. But when they get bored or go in the other room, I do find it really keeps me motivated, either listening to music, like really motivating upbeat music, but a podcast, an audiobook. Sometimes I'll put something on my phone or iPad that I can watch or listen to that I don't really need to watch. So it could be certain YouTube videos that don't really require the visuals. So for example, the video version of my podcast would be a good example. I mean, I don't watch that because I've already seen it. I was there when I filmed it and edited it, but that kind of thing you could watch. Or certain TV shows. I wouldn't want to watch something really engaging that, oh good gosh, look at the mess. I wouldn't want to watch something where I need to see it and really need to be paying attention. But you know, something like a comfort rewatch. Like, for example, maybe I should rewatch Friends. I watched all of that as a teenager and I loved it so much. That would be a good rewatch while decluttering, comfort show, and to keep me company. So when I feel like I'm not that motivated and like, oh, I don't want to keep going, this is too overwhelming, that's often the point where I tip out another box, and that's just slightly abusive to myself, I suppose, but ultimately it's just, right, no, you've got to keep going. Just tip it out and keep going. Just keep going, push through. You've got this far now. There is no way out of it. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. Oh no, we have to go through it. And keep the eye on the prize. It is going to feel so great when this is done. Bella's going to be so happy with her room. I'm going to be thrilled that we found things that were lost and that some stuff will be decluttered. The girls are going through hairbands and things in Bella's room. They are actually working together, so that's nice. Zara's helping. Sometimes they're great team players and they do things together. Other times they do not. Let's just say that my girls, I'm sure if you have kids, you'll find this, they're either best of friends or at each other's throats, and there is no in between. So we are getting somewhere, because this bed was super duper chocker full, and now there were only a couple of boxes on it. So we are making progress. Some of this is blankets, bedding, that all lives in her room, because I always keep the children's bedding that they need for each bed in their room. So it's easy for them to change over. This was a habit from when they were little. If they were sick or needed clean bedding in the night, I wouldn't have to bother anyone else. Look how nice this drawer is now. It's so cute. And it was horrible before. It was just overwhelming. And now it's lovely and organised already. So it might not look like it if you just walked in at this stage. You would not say, oh, she's making real progress just looking at what you're looking at right now. But the bed was absolutely full. You could not get down either side of the bed earlier because there were so many boxes, and all of the boxes that have left the room have been sorted. The stuff in it has either been decluttered or organised into a categorized box. So each of those white boxes has a specific category of items in it. For example, notebooks or stationery. Some of it is just stationery that is still in the packet, which is really great for our upcoming back to school stock take, which we'll be doing at the very beginning of the summer holidays. So make sure you stay tuned for that, where we go through all the things the children have to avoid buying things again. And honestly, if we hadn't done this declutter, even doing the back to school talks, why can't I speak? The back to school stock take, not that much of a tongue twister really, but even doing the back to school stock take, I don't think it would have been very efficient. Because honestly, I would have looked, have they got any pens? And I would not have found all of the pens that I found. I found so many empty packs of pens, unbelievable amounts. It's like they've got an entire Staples, is that even a shop anymore? It used to be a massive stationery store, an entire Staples store worth of pens that have never even been out of the packet. So we still got all this stuff on the floor, but I maintain that we're making progress. There are a lot of books that need to be donated, really, that all of my kids have grown out of. Certain books I will keep forever and I will treasure and I will put in their memory boxes and I will bring out and hopefully read to their children when they have children. But honestly, most of the books they grow out of get donated to our school and they go down to the infants or to the nursery class in school so that they can be utilised and enjoyed by other children. So Bella's room's looking not as tidy as it was, but we are getting there. There's a lot more going away. Try putting one of these big heavy boxes away with one hand in a box that's higher than your head because you've got a camera in the other hand. Not easy. Only just managed that. Didn't drop it all over the floor. Well done, Ray. We are emptying some baskets and baskets are going away. This is progress. I'd forgotten about this basket. I didn't have space for everything in my room, so I stashed this in Zara's room and we just remembered that it was in there and Bella's like, no! Come on, Bells, you can do it. Come on, baby girl, we're nearly there. She's been ever so good, super duper helpful, and she's really excited to get this room finished and to just enjoy the space and have a lovely, clean and clear and decluttered space. Much like her mother, Bella doesn't love actual decluttering. She loves organising things and putting things in categories and, that kind of stuff. But she doesn't love the overwhelming bit. However, she does love things when they are organised. So we're very similar like that. It is now at the stage where we are going to make her bed because we're not going to make too much more mess in here. So the bedroom is going to feel really clean and clear and fresh. That's done. And look, it's not looking too bad. Look what we've done. Oh my goodness. I didn't think we'd ever get anywhere near this stage. We're now at the labeling stage, which is the fun bit of organising. So we're not going to label every single box, but we are getting out my label maker to label a few of the boxes. And this is the fun bit, isn't it? This is the bit that's like, hey, if we do all the boring bit, all the chucking stuff out and the going through all the itty bitty gritty stuff and the horrible bit of decluttering, we get to do the fun bit where we are printing labels and putting them on boxes and making it all look cute. Bella wants one called Bella's Treasure Trove. So she's printing that out. We're going to stick these on the boxes. Most of the boxes are actually going inside other, I think they're called Drona boxes, the fabric calyx boxes, but she wants 4 of them she can just access straight away with the stuff she always wants. One of them, this Bella's Treasure Trove, is some shop game she's playing. She's making a shop, so that's one of the boxes she wants. Another one, she's going to put beads in it, I think, because the girls are making loads of bracelets and things for Pixie Dust for our upcoming Disney cruise. And then that box she can take downstairs and make bracelets for Zara or whatever. And that's just essentials, pens and things. I'm at the stage where I can pretty much sort my room now. Look at the floor. I mean, it 1,000,000% needs vacuuming because it's had all manner of junk and probably just so much glitter and sequins and all sorts all over it. You can't really tell because it doesn't look too bad now. I've cleared most of the stuff, but the vacuum is now sucking up, making sucking up beads and bits of glitter and all sorts kind of noise. So it is satisfying to be able to push the vacuum cleaner around now and see the floor, because honestly, earlier today, this has been a long, long, hot day, and there have been stages where I thought, I'm not sure I'm ever going to see the floor again. How am I ever going to get this clear in time to go to bed? Why did I start this? What was I thinking? And all those kind of thoughts. And now the end is near, it's in sight. It is satisfying to be able to vacuum the carpet that I can see a couple of hours ago. And it is hot and it has been a long day, but I'm starting to feel like it's all been worth it. I can't tell you how relieved I'm feeling that we are this close to the end of this project. And okay, I could beat myself up and be like, oh, but we didn't do under the bed. Or I could be like, well done, Ree. You can actually see the floor in your bedroom again. How satisfying is that? And I've never been so happy to see my bed without junk all over it. I can't wait to get into bed tonight. And Bella's room looks so cute. I mean, look at it. And it used to just have baskets of junk all over the floor because there was no space for them. And now it looks so nice. Well, we have worked tirelessly, absolutely tirelessly, but I'm really, really pleased with the result. Are you?
Yeah.
You've worked so hard, so thank you so much. Would you like to show everyone around what we've done?
Okay. Start here.
We will start here. Come on then.
Here we have
Sleepy masks. Bella, sleepy masks.
and a mirror.
And a mirror. Yeah, okay. Now this was covered in stuff and now there's just the one bag. It's kind of whichever bag is your go bag is going to live there. Perfect. Okay, next.
Next we have this drawer of hairbrushes.
Perfect.
All of these like accessories. Oh,
Very neatly organised and categorised. This was junk. Was it not?
Yeah.
Just mushed up junk that you never opened because it was so full of junk. Will you use this now?
yes.
You were getting very excited when you were categorising into little containers. You're so my daughter. Next. Hairbands, colour-coded by rainbow. And then leggings in the KonMari folded upright. We did have that, in all fairness. The rest of it down the bottom weren't too bad at all anyway, but they've just like taken out some winter vest that for some reason was still in there. And then the bottom, socks and pants. Perfect. Okay, now this is one of the biggest transformations. We're not going to pull out all of them, but in brief, they're all organised. So just to recap, we did have loads of books, but the books have gone down there because the bookshelves did look a bit messy, didn't they? Because they were kind of 2 books deep.
Well, that's a bookshelf, but it looks
that's
nice.
a Harry Potter display, and this is a Beauty and the Beast display. That's curated.
Folders and some books.
So folders and some books, but these are now, we've slimmed down a lot of the stuff in here. And where do papers go that you want to keep?
In the folder.
Do they get stuffed in drawers? Like
No.
half-used, scrappy, cut up with paper? No. And then in these are organised
box,
things. So
and then
these
there's
are
books underneath.
So these are nice and easy to use. You can take that out, pull out the top box, and you can access the bottom box easily. Now these two,
Lego.
yeah, that's Lego. So that's in the white box inside. These two, we have got sort of your essentials that you're going to be using all the time.
Huh?
In fact, one of them is even called Bella's Essentials.
This is the bead box.
The bead box. Making bracelets for pixie dust for Disney Cruise. Fantastic. So you can actually pick that up and take it downstairs. Do that with Zara. Bella's Essentials. I think this is another one that's kind of key. This is literally just the stuff you want all the time. Like your keyboard to go with your iPad, some of your favourite pens, your belt bag, just the stuff you're going to need all the time. So just to recap, I mean, this desk, look at the desk. Beautiful. You can actually, there's space under it, there's space, amazing.
Bracelets.
So a curated selection of bracelets that you've chosen that you love.
A lot of bracelets.
So these are jewellery making essential bits. Let's go back in. Okay. Curated jewellery now and just a lot clearer. So how do we leave the desk, Bells?
Clear.
Because then you're actually quite excited to sit and use this, aren't you?
Oh yeah, Elsa's flying while
that's
using
nice.
her ice powers.
This was something we did last year, I think, but in all fairness, this has stayed really, really nicely. And over here, so we have got the Dolly Cot, but that's been slimmed down a lot. This is all clear. You've got your little crystals in your sunlight bowl. Would you like to show us this lovely bedside?
Okay, and here we have...
No more chaos?
Yeah.
It was chaos, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
So you've got your remote controls, you've got your iPad, you've got your book you're reading, all your, it's just lovely. Little AirPods, your loops. It's looking so good. Little fan. And in the bottom, ta-da!
Okay,
Neatly organised
treasure.
Treasure.
And fidgets.
Fidgets. A big box of fidgets. And what's in this one? You got tissues in there. Because again, you're my daughter and you need tissues.
Bunny's something.
Bunny's clothes.
Something.
Your Bunny's clothes. And Bunny, she's here. She's here.
She's wearing a watch that doesn't work.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Well, Belle, you've done such an amazing job. So I'm really pleased with the work we've done. I'm really pleased with the stuff that came from IKEA. Those boxes are great, and they've made such a difference, being able to categorise things. The little table has gone together and looks like this. So that's something that I'm sure you'll be using. And I know you all want to see what I actually got rid of and decluttered. Well, here it is, okay? Here it is. Has this been exhausting? Yes. Are we really, really pleased with the results?
Yes.
Absolutely. If you'd like to keep decluttering with me, click on the playlist on the screen now. If you want to grab my decluttering workbook, you can get that inside of my Organised Live Club. Details are on screen and down in the description. Or you can buy it as a one-off, but to be honest, you're better off just joining the club. It's an absolute bargain. You get so many extra bits. Check it out and it will just help you. My brain is gone now. I'm so tired. Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.